So where are we going today, my good sir?
Well, first, we're going to the Colombia Mall. Now, as you can see that sign, we are at the Colombia Town Center.
Aha.
That's pretty much the downtown area for Colombia.
Yes, and the mall is, what would you say this mall is like as compared to malls that I might be used to back in Bucks County?
Oh, you mean the Oxford Valley Mall?
Yeah.
Hard to say. I mean, I guess it would be like... two Oxford Valley malls.
So is it really big? Is it? Would you say it's more upscale?
Well, sort of, but I have seen bigger malls. There's one in Towson that's 4 stories.
Oh, really? Pretty cool. There's also one in Syracuse that's 4 stories. Incidentally.
When did you go to Syracuse?
We ended up at the Macys before it opened somehow. Look at this. The escalators aren't working yet. Escalators are the most exciting thing ever. Whee! And this is what it looks like inside the Colombia Mall.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
More crowded.
Yeah. It just opened, so not much going on yet. But you never thought you would see palm trees in Maryland, but here they are.
Well, there are a lot of places with palm trees on.
So we are right now in near the center of Colombia, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in what's called the Colombia Town Center.
The Colombia Town Center. This was built... When exactly would you say this was built?
I have no idea.
But as you can see, there's a lot of large office buildings here.
Well, this is still the area...
Well, maybe not large in the sense of like big city large, but certainly for a town, they're pretty large office buildings.
We're just about to enter downtown.
And we're just about to enter downtown.
We're leaving the immediate vicinity of the mall.
Yes, and that mall is a pretty upscale mall, I would say. I'd say it's higher on the class meter than the Oxford Valley Mall.
It's got a Nordstrom's in it. That says something.
It certainly does. Yes, this town is pretty much halfway between Baltimore and Washington, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it just takes the same length of time to get to either.
And this is a very nice parkway that we're on here.
If you take a look at some of the buildings, you notice a lot of them are brown brick.
I see.
And that gas sign. It's too low to be a gas sign, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you would think, isn't it?
Well.
But that's part of the design of the town.
Right. See more brown brick building, another brown brick building.
Yeah, I guess that was a decision made by the designer of the town, wasn't it? Yes, it's very nice here. I read that Howard County is actually one of the most wealthy counties in the entire country.
That was kind of a surprise.
Like I think it was like 4th or something. I mean, Bucks County, I think, was something like 78th. The highest one in Pennsylvania is Chester County. It is 11th.
Well, Clarksville is a wealthy town. So I'm told.
And that's here in Howard County?
That's right next door to Columbia.
Ah, I see. Yeah. You can tell that this town was built in the 20th century because there's not really a, it's sort of like an automobile town in a way.
Automobile town?
Yeah, where you drive to get from place to place, and there's not really a densely packed center where you walk. Oh. Although, conceivably, you can walk
where we are now,
in this town.
Yeah, where we are now is can be considered downtown. There are a lot of places here that, like the community college, there are a bunch of medical buildings, there's a hospital somewhere around here. All of this is on this parkway. Actually, I live for 175 technically. We're on the Little Patuxent Parkway.
I see.
Very strange name, but it's unique to the state of Maryland. Another quirk thrown in by the guy designing this place.
Yeah. It's very nice. All the trees are green. All the grass is green, and not too many people are out today. I mean, there's plenty of cars, but you know, I get the impression that there are a lot more during the week.
This, if I remember correctly, will connect us with Route 108.
Route 108.
Route 108 is the border between Ellicott City and Columbia. It also takes you to Clarksville.
I see. Oh, look, elementary school.
There's one right by on Columbia Road.
And here we have more apartment buildings, it looks like.
If I remember the route that my cousins and I took when we were still looking for apartments, I might retrace that.
Mm-hmm.
Always about all the songs you grew up with on one station, 106.9 Eagle.
So you've lived here for a year now, almost, and what do you think about this area as a place to live? Is it exciting? Is it peaceful?
It's a good place to live. It's a quiet place. Not much happens here.
I wonder what it's like to grow up in Colombia. What the kids around here think about it.
I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean. That low sign right there on the ground instead of up on a pole.
Exactly. So now you drop something to get it.
Governor Warfield Parkway. When was Governor Warfield the governor?
I really don't know.
And this is Columbia Road. And what's down this road?
Bunch of apartment complexes. There's a school there. Well, somewhere around there. There's a 7-Eleven. What else? It's mostly just apartments, though.
And that's the area that you live, right?
Yeah.
Is there a particular name for that part of Columbia?
For what part of Columbia? The one in Columbia Road, or?
Yeah, the part over there. Where there's a few names, right?
We'll check the sign. That's sort of like the subsection of Columbia that we're in right now. And my apartment complex has 3 different places in it. 3 separate locations with it, along Columbia Road. Woods, meadows, and fields.
I see.
See, there's the school with the blue door. Right by there is 7-Eleven, which you're not going to be able to see at first.
Because it's there. Yeah, not your typical design for 7-Eleven.
There are a lot of things out here that are not your typical design. A bunch of houses, too.